Hello everybody, hola a todos. Finally a new video, por fin un nuevo video. Okay, I haven't made many videos lately. I made some shorts, some shorts videos that you can check also on my channel. And just 15 seconds or 1 minute shorts. And a lot of people watch those videos actually. But I hadn't made like a longer video. And in this video, I want to show a couple of things, because today we went to El Corte Inglés, it's like a big chain of shops in Spain, and I bought the new SAXON double live album, and this came, I paid 29, let's say 30 euros for it. Of course, it's very expensive if you think about it like 5 years ago or 10 years ago. But for nowadays, double vinyl, a totally new release, and colored vinyl, it's not so bad, to be honest. I'm gonna open it, just like kind of unboxing here. Unpacking, unboxing, yeah. I know I would say it. Let me see. How is the summer going there? Here, of course, in Spain, it's very warm. But it's normal, it's summer. The summer, it needs to be warm. But a couple of days ago, it rained a lot. And that was a big surprise, because nobody expected rain in this area, in the south of Spain. And it did rain a lot. It's good for the plants and flowers. Oh, I thought it was a gatefold. I thought it was not a gatefold. Okay. I really thought it was a gatefold. The set list is really cool. They played 2 songs from the Hellfire and Damnation album. Of course, the title track and Madame Guillotine. And it was recorded last year, in 2024, in France, the Hellfest. Great set list. I saw actually this tour in Spain. Heavy Metal Thunder, The Eagle Has Landed, Crusaders. I really like that they also did Power and the Glory, because it's such a great song. Strong Arm of the Law, Dallas 1 p.m. Let's check the insides. Photos. More photos. Check the color. Oh, yeah, it's like a silver, transparent. You can look a little bit through it, not so much. Very little bit, yes. Nice custom labels. You can see it like this. Yeah. And the second vinyl, more photos, some little notes there, and here more. It's actually the set list is here. And this again on the same translucent, I think, silver vinyl. Definitely very cool, and I haven't played it yet, of course. I just unboxed it. I will listen to it tomorrow in the shop. And I also bought this one because my daughter went to see this in the cinema, the Mindcraft movie. Just released on Blu-ray. Came out also on DVD and 4K. But the DVD had no extras, and that's why I prefer to spend a little bit more and have some making ofs and some stuff on it. And we are watching it right now, and it's really a funny movie. Of course, the actors are very funny, and this guy is like a heavy metal freak, a computer, like old Atari and Commodore type of freak. He has a shop, he has a shop where he sell like Walkmans, like this type of Walkmans. For older people, they know that. And like stereo installations, magazines, like that's his shop, Of course, I just watched the first 20 or 30 minutes, and it's just a very funny movie. A lot better than I thought it was going to be. A lot better. And the music, Skid Row, for example, you can hear Skid Row in here, and some other rock songs. Yeah, very, very cool. But this video is more about this stuff I have been watching and listening in the shop. Discos que he estado escuchando en la tienda, ¿ok? Y vídeos que he estado viendo en la tienda. Okay, let's start with this Alice Cooper 5 CD disc edition. It has the first 5 albums by the band, the Alice Cooper band. Of course, but the first 2 albums are, you know, a little strange, you know, the sounding. But Love Her to Death, I mean, that is really, really a killer album. This one is really, 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 really good album. Love It to Death. A lot of great songs are on here. It was the really first Alice Cooper album. And then we also have Killers. That's of course a strong album. And School's Out. Okay, I love these albums. I already had some of them, but not the first 2. So I was happy. Some time ago I bought this. Very cheap. This was very cheap. Okay, some VHS. This one I didn't watch it. I have to rewind it, but I will do it here. But I rewatched this again. Once every 3 or 4 years I like to watch this. Such a great show. You know, it was just amazing. Recorded during the Animalize tour. It's a legendary VHS. And this is actually, of course, was recorded in Detroit, 8th of December 1984. Sold more than 100,000 copies in the US. That's crazy, no? So many people bought this tape. It came out originally in 85, but mine is from 87. This is the 87 version. And I bought it in the late 80s, early 90s. Killer concert. So nice the way they played also the 70s songs. So fast. Like Cold Gin is like heavy metal, you know, it's like super cool. I really like that. They really speeded up their sound, the songs, you know. Of course, for the 80s, you know, people were playing faster than in the 70s and more heavy metal sounding. Okay, here we have the 3rd Rebellion album. This had some ex-Grave Diggers members. This is again a concept album, like the first album by the band. This is all about Vikings. Interesting story. Good album. Power metal, power heavy metal. Here we have an Hellstar compilation. It was the comeback for Hellstar. I think it was the comeback 2007. I think they came back. And then of course they released this one. This is a compilation with the first 4 songs from the first 4 albums, plus 2 new tracks. And after this they released more album, of course. But this is when James Rivera and the rest of the band members came together. I think that's 4 out of 5 original band members. Really cool compilation. This album, I didn't like it first, but now after listening to it 4 or 5 times, I'm really enjoying this album. It's more rock and roll. It takes you more back to the 70s, like mid 70s Alice Cooper, but it's good. It's finally very good. This is again an album I have to listen to a few times every 4 or 5 years, because of course it was a little letdown for many people when it was released. I always liked quite a few songs on it, but Keepers of the Seven Keys 3 is much better nowadays than when it was released. You know, now I enjoy it a lot more. The Invincible Man is very cool. And Occasion Avenue is very good too. And it has more good songs. Of course, Mr. God was the single. And The King for 1,000 Years was so cool song, a very long song. Very, very nice. Yes, this album if you have it in your collection, pick it out and listen to it again, because for sure you like it more now than when it was released. At least it happened to me. This is something else I want to show. Different video. Wait. Another album that I like a lot more now than before is Nostradamus by Judas Priest. There's a lot of songs now that I enjoy, and it's really well done, I think. So I like it a lot more now than when it came out. Sometimes it happens. Here we have a very cool single by a band called War Babies, and they released one album in '92. Okay, I don't have it here now, but this is the single for the song Hang Me Up. See, on tape, single on tape. There's 2 songs on it. Also Blue Tomorrow, there was another single. And for these 2 songs, Hang Me Up and Blue Tomorrow, in '92, they released video clips for these 2 songs. But the first song, the single song, Hang Me Up, was co-written by Paul Stanley from Kiss. A lot of people maybe don't know about that, but he co-wrote that song. Listen to this great Baron Rojo album that has the two songs that were originally not on the album, but there was different editions, and this edition has those 2 songs. Because on the original, on the vinyl, and on some of the tape versions, those 2 songs, Herencia Letal and another song, they were not on here, on the tape version. And on the vinyl, it came with a 7-inch single. Those 2 songs didn't fit, I think, on the vinyl. That's why you have the vinyl, and then the 2 songs are on a single. And this is, of course, a great album. When it was released, Metamorphosis. I think it came out, I made a little note, but I always forget it, '83. And the 2 songs that are extra on here is Herencia Letal y Invulnerable. Of course, Herencia Letal is a different version that appeared later. Like they made it like an how you call it, a ballad. But this is still the fest version on it. Very cool, very good version of the song. It's one of the best songs anyway by Baron Rojo, Herencia Letal. You know, especially the Metamorphosis edition, song. Here we have a great album by Victory from 1992. Not the last album, but still with, this Spanish singer on it. What is his name? Toro. Oh, yeah, I know his name very well, but I completely forgot about it now. Stupid. Of course, I know his name. I know his name very well. Sometimes those things happen. Eh? You forget. Fernando Garcia, of course. I think he made one more album after this one, and a live album, and then he was gone from the band. Great German band, of course, Victory. They also keep releasing good albums. They kept releasing good albums, during the 90s, like especially the early 90s. The Temple of Gold, for example, and then this one. This one is You Bought It, You Name It. Check out the song As Time Goes Passing By. That's a great song. You're going to love that song so much that you're going to buy this. If you like Axis, Bonfire, of course a little different style, but still. Mad Max, hard and heavy from Germany. You just check this out. Railway, the band Railway. Here we have an Accept album. Restless and Wild, great one. I also have to play this one. This is a Spanish edition. Also some vinyls to show. Anyway, Night Ranger, Somewhere in California. It's a great hard rock album by the band. I really love it. Here we have Iron Wheels for a single released from Forever Free album. You see, like a CD single. I always like to listen to CD singles. Just a few songs, but always nice. And it's a great, great one. Here we have King Diamond with House of God from the year 2000. This was his 9th album. Again, an album that I like a lot more now than when it was released. Very, very good story to him with a little note. Easy to understand. It's also cool when when it's easy to understand the story. Check out songs like the title track, The Trees Have Eyes, The Pact, Black Devil, Just the Shadow, Catacomb. Yeah. House of God by King Diamond. 25 years old. Time flies. Here we have Witch's Hammer, Canadian band, Canadian speed metal band. Again, I made a note, because sometimes in the shop, when I have nothing to do, I listen to the record and I make some notes, because like that I will not forget it, because if not, it's impossible to remember. This is Stretching into Infinity. This came out in 2005, limited to 800 copies in black and 200 in picture discs. It was re-released in 2018, but this is the 2005 version. The first 5 songs are from the 1987 mini LP Witch's Hammer. Rest of the songs are from an unreleased album recorded in 88. Here we have some Blasphemy, of course, members are in here, Procreation members, and this is great for Razor, Slaughter, or Sodom fans. Witch's Hammer. Here we have a band from Czechoslovakia from 1985. Don't confuse them, the name of the band is Turbo. Don't confuse them with the Polish band. This is just hard rock with some AOR touches to it. Check out the song Guardian Angel. And the name of the album is Heavy Waters. And this was the second full-length album. And they also made the same album. It was the English version, but they also made a version from their own country. Here we have a band from Russia. This is actually from Moscow. They were formed in 1986. And this means Hard Day. Of course, I cannot say this, of course. But the band name is Hard Day. Yeah. And the guitar player also played later in Black Coffee in 86. Actually, he played in 86 on the Black Coffee album. But this album is from 89. But first in Black Coffee and then later in the band Hard Days. It came out in 89. Just hard rock. Looks way more heavy metal, but it's just hard rock. Here we have another band called Joker. This is the second full-length album. I also have the first one, but this one is from 1992. And again from Moscow. And the vocalist, this is quite special. The vocalist on this LP, they had a new vocalist. If you compare it with the first album. Also have the first, maybe I don't know, the first album is here. So I can show that too. Maybe I left it in the shop, but I didn't take all the vinyl back. No. The first album I don't have it. I have it in the shop still. But on this album we have the very first Corrosia Metalla, you know, the thrash metal band. Nowadays they are an NS nationalist Russian band, but before they were like more thrash metal bands. Nowadays they have more punk and oi elements. But in the early days, when they released some records, but the guitar player, the vocalist of the demo days from 86 and 87, he became later the Joker vocalist, you know, from this band called Joker. And the guitar player later played with Black Obelisk, another Russian, quite a famous band actually. Yeah, Black Obelisk. I have 1 or 2 albums by them. But anyway, this is a band that just released, I think, 2 albums and 1 unreleased record, like in the 2000s. But in the early days, like the early 90s, they released 2 albums. You know, and this one is from 1992. Just hard rock again. It's a long video. I don't want to make it too long. So 20 minutes already. I'll show some singles quickly. Heart. Aldo Nova with Fantasy on the A side. And Under the Gun on the B side. This is a Spanish single. More Heart. Ingrid Malmsteen bootleg. I've been playing. It's a double bootleg. I think it was 85. I think it was recorded. I think it's recorded in Japan. And this, of course, is a great Scorpions album, the Tokyo Tapes. I mean, from the 70s. This is amazing. Just now they're releasing a new album, but this is pure magic. So beautiful too when you open it. I'll show you how it looks inside. See with the guys walking in Japan, in Tokyo, I guess. It sounds so amazing, and the set list is just great. Okay, Worldwide Live. I think that's my favorite Scorpions live album from the mid 80s. You know, I grew up with that one very much. But this one I also got during the 90s, and I really enjoy it. Here we have Orion the Hunter, AOR, great for the shop. This is from 83, I think it is, like early 80s. If you like Boston, Kansas, maybe you like them too. Here we have another Turbo album. See? Here we have 5 guys in the band. I don't know, it was first 3 and then later 5, or later. I didn't make any notice of this, but I think this is an album that came after Heavy Waters, you know, from 85. Could be 87, this one. They cleaned up their image a little bit. See? Again, Turbo from Czechoslovakia. This is a great record that a lot of people don't know about, I think, but it's really good. Very strong, hard and heavy album. Platinum Iceman is the name of the record. They look very cool too. If you like Dark Sun, you will like this band too, for sure. As Living, you know, those type of hard and heavy. Talking about hard and heavy, this is a masterpiece. One of the later Striper albums, but so incredible strong. So many great songs on here. Do Unto Others. Just check that song. Do Unto Others. Great. And also again, I really love this, how it opens, the gatefold. This came out during the pandemic. They look like that. Really well done. It's a really good album. I cannot stop listening to this record actually. Even the Devil's Belief. Even the Devil Believes. From 2000, 2001, around that era. The COVID days, 2001, I think. Great UFO from the 80s, early 80s. Well, things, I'm just gonna show everything. Railway, I was talking about Railway before. This was a best-of album they did. With the best songs of the first 4 albums. You know, 2 from the 80s, I think, or 3 from the 80s, and 1 from the 90s. The first 4 albums by Railway. Hard and Heavy from Germany. Underrated in my opinion. Here we have Whitesnake with Trouble. And we have the Snakebite EP is on here too. It's very cool. Of course, it's a re-release. I have it also on tape for years, but I just bought this maybe in the last 3 months. Of course, SAXON, Innocent is No Excuse. This is one of these cool Digipack re-releases with some extra bonus tracks on it. Sounds great. Just great, cool release. And here we have again Victory. Not the last one, but the one but last. It's Victory, Gods of Tomorrow. I think there's only one guy left from 86 in here, Herman Frank. All the rest are not in the band anymore for many years, but it was a kind of a comeback album. First album since 2011. And that album was Don't Talk Science. I also have that one. But this one I think is better than Don't Talk Science. Really strong album from 2021. The 11th studio album by the German Hard and Heavy Kings, Victory. Love Victory. I know. Of course, I also listen to this album by Stryper, Fallen. I listened to this KK Priest debut album. Okay, quickly go through it. And then in Ingrid Malmsteen, the first show he ever gave in Toronto, Canada, 1985, bootleg. Of course, we're still with Jeff Cozzotto in the band. Thunder Mother, Road Fever, AC/DC influenced hard rock girl band. Great Jack Star Burning Star album from 87. It was the third Burning Star album actually. Great hard and heavy with Mike Terrelli on vocals, of course. It's just a great album. A lot of great songs on here. Blaze of Glory. Again, little notes I make. It's a good idea maybe for you guys too to make notes like this. Up the Greek soundtrack with Heart, with Cheap Trick, with Kick X is on here too. It's a little dark here, so I have to sometimes look here. A Shooting Star on here too. Great movie, great soundtrack. I have the movie on VHS. I will show it next time in one of my movie videos. Again, another Turbo album. This is actually, I think, what I said, the Polish edition of Heavy Waters. A couple singles still. Hannah Rocks, picture disc single. I have to clean up all this mess later. Journey, single. Accept, I played it all in the shop. Todo esto lo escuché en la tienda en las últimas 2 semanas. More Accept. More Accept. One of my longest media videos in a long time. John Norum. Love is meant to last forever. Love it, love the song. And this is a crazy single. I'm a big fan of Dallas, the series, and I bought this not long ago actually. Here we have Generación Maldita, the Spanish band Excalibur. Great heavy metal, melodic heavy metal from Spain. Actually not far away from me. I saw them live a couple of weeks, like a month ago by now. Legendary band from the 80s. I think this album came out in 88, if I'm not mistaken. And Asia with compilation Then and Now. It's a cool compilation that came out in 1990, and there was like 6 old songs from the 80s on it, and then a few new songs. And one of the new songs that you have to check out, because it's really good, I think. Wait, check it. Praying for a Miracle. That was recorded actually in Moscow, because they played also in Moscow in 1990, and they made this video clip there. So I check out Praying for a Miracle. It's a really, really good song. And that was it. Stay metal, everybody. seguir heavies. Y podéis poner subtítulos debajo de mi vídeo. Creo que en castellano también se puede luego poner subtítulos. En YouTube se puede. Vale, hasta luego. Bye bye.